Hey guys, welcome back to Ancestors and Alcohol. So today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about family secrets and family drama and kind of why I believe it's important to ask questions and kind of learn about your past so it can kind of help you with your future maybe. And basically why it's so taboo for family secrets and stuff like that, and why the elders in our family keep a lot of secrets. So the first instance I'm going to talk to you about is my great-grandfather John. I already did a video on him a while ago about his life and everything like that, but I kind of left out the drama and all the messiness that came with it. So basically, my great-grandfather John, he was real cool, whatever, you know. He had a job. He swooned my great-grandmother, you know, wiped her up. They had 5 kids, and they had a house in Philadelphia. So basically, they had I guess a split level house or something like that. I don't know. You know how houses up north are, whatever. You got one level and then you go upstairs to another level. So the main level was my family's house. And the level above, they had a room or whatever, a little apartment. They rented it out to this lady. Basically, my great-grandfather would take his black self upstairs when my great-grandmother would sleep. And he would sleep with the lady tenant who lived upstairs or whatever. And my great-grandmother, you know, she wasn't stupid or whatever, you know. She knew what was going on, but what could she say? She didn't work, and my great-grandfather, he was the provider. He worked, you know, he did all of that. It wasn't right, and I think this is something that went on a lot back then. It was the men kind of did whatever they wanted to, and the women, you know, they really didn't have a choice. And I talked about my great-grandmother going into the mental institute in another video, and basically she went to the mental institute because my great-grandfather sent her there so he could still cheat with his women and do whatever he wanted to do, and he didn't have to worry about her or whatever. I think, you know, that's just low down and dirty, point blank period, you know. But like I said, that's kind of just how it was back then. And I think the effects just kind of trickle down with each generation or whatever when you learn things. Luckily for me, I have a grandmother who, you know, she don't hold her tongue. If I ask her questions about stuff, then she'll tell me, and you know, she let me know about the stories and things like that. Not to take away the fact that, you know, my great-grandfather was a provider or anything like that. It was just that instance, that was trifling. Second instance, now that was on my maternal side. Now this is on my paternal side. So I'm trying to give y'all you know, a little clue that this was happening on every side. So my great-grandfather on my dad's side, he was a pastor, you know, he also was a farmer. And so it was my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother. They lived in the house, they had their kids, and then my great-grandmother's sister lived with them. So basically the tea or whatever about that is my great-grandfather was sleeping with my great-grandmother's sister, even though they was all living underneath the same roof. And my grandmother's first cousin, it's talk that basically they're half-sisters. So they shared the same father and their mothers were sisters. And they say that my grandmother and her first cousin look identical. They just look like sisters or whatever. So that's just, you know, it's just kind of interesting. Another instance or whatever of he was doing whatever he wanted to do and things like that, and there was really nothing that you could say or do. And in the first instance, you know, he was just hey, you know, I'm sending you away. You're not even gonna mess with what I got going on. You're gonna do whatever you want to do. So I just wanted to ask, you know, is there anything that anybody has found out about their family that's kind of shocking, or any drama or any instances related to my type of instances, and how you kind of, you know, feel about that? The reason why I think it's so taboo for these family secrets is I think people are embarrassed, or it's just too much hurt and it's too much pain and things like that. But eventually it's gonna come out. Eventually somebody is going to say something in the family, and you're gonna find out, and you're gonna know. And depending on how close that person is to you, you may be looking at them like, oh, okay, so you didn't think to tell me this. Also, everybody's doing these ancestry tests now. Like, old people, young people, everybody's doing it. So let's say you do have a family secret. Let's say your first cousin is really your half sister, or your uncle is, we're not going to get into that. But, you're going to find out, like, everything that's done in the dark does come to the light. So I guess that's another question I have. Why do you feel like it's so taboo? Or why do you feel like you have to have this shame and hide these secrets and stuff like that? But I just wanted to know what you guys thought, and wanted to tell you guys a little bit, about some family history and family secrets that I learned about while I was doing my research and my ancestry. So goodbye, beautiful black people. I will have part 2 later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this will help anybody that's looking to start their family research. Please make sure that you subscribe, as well as follow my Instagram and Facebook at ancestorsandalcohol.com. I will also put a link to my blog down below. Goodbye, beautiful black people.